Hello, sir. Good morning. So today we are going to discuss about the email security. So why we need the email security? Because to make the internet most popular, there are two widespread, or we can say that two things which make the internet most popular. One is web browser, another is email. Right? So all the most important data that we are going to share with some other person, and that we are going to done through the email ID. So we need to study about the email security. So in this chapter we have to study what are the risks in the email, what are the protocols we are going to use, and what is the method of authentication of an email. This is the most important things. So first we are going to study about the email risk. So what is the email risk? As you all know, it is a widespread application, well defined and universally known, right? And universally implemented protocol also this one have. Universally implemented protocol in the sense, as the user knows what are the protocols we are going to use in the email address, the hackers and attackers also knows the same thing, right? So it is universally implemented protocol, well defined software, as well as widely used, and we are sharing data which is more risky and which is more important, we can say, right, from one client to the another client. So the email is the prime target for the hackers, right? Email is the prime target for the hackers to hack an email ID or to develop an attack. Attacks on email ID focus on the two things. One is delivery and execution of malicious code. Another is disclosure of sensitive information, right? Okay. So let us go through one by one how the delivery and execution of malicious code is happened, or how the information is disclosed. Okay. Let's start with the data vulnerabilities. So email has a great potential risk due to the very sensitive nature of data or information that is transmitted. Email can reveal a huge amount of company and personal sensitive data. For example, here we have some common example that is going to be shared. Okay, sorry. Whom you correspond with, आप किससे belong करते हैं, आप किससे correspond करते हैं. Okay, and this can be used to expand the attack, right? What you think about other people, business strategy, information policy. Go through one by one. This is very simple topic. What is the information policy? If you are going to share, even though this information policy is always going to written not on the email ID, on the some other place, but if you are going to share that policy with some other person, anyone is third person can interrupt in the line and they can able to read that information and they are able to copy that information, right? Apart from that, who are allies or enemies, right? कौन दोस्त है कौन दुश्मन है, that they are going able to disclose, right? And who is being deceived or misled. Might be you have some information you are going to share with some confidential person about some other one, but if there is any person knows about that, he is able to share with that person also, right? Okay. So next we have simple email versus collaboration. So what is collaboration? In previous, email is using separately, but after that there are several ways. With the email there are several things is collaborated. There are several things are collaborated, that means mix up. For an example, take the example of Gmail for your real life, right? With your Gmail, you have your email, you have your photos, you have your data on the Google Drive, all the things you are going to keep on your that collaboration tools that is called as Gmail. But in the first, this collaboration tool is known as Outlook, that you are also nowadays also you are using frequently Microsoft Outlook. So there is an update in year 19 or 2000, sorry 98 or 2000, and that is called white paper update, right? And that is security update and called white paper. In September 2000, Microsoft Corporation did that. So what they have stated in that, in addition to providing industry-leading email and group scheduling, the most popular collaboration application today, the Microsoft Outlook. Okay, so they gave that the Microsoft Outlook is the most convenient application or collaboration tools, right? When in 2000, messaging and collaboration client allows user to connect, to communicate with and collaborate with the other user, right? So that is called as collaboration tool, to collaborate or to interact with one another, or one to many, many to many, right? Like that. Okay, so some features of collaboration are given over here, like the email address folder, contacts, calendars, journals, notes, tasks, net, public, personal folders, news group. All things, if you are going to your Gmail, all things is available over there, right? And this all things is available with Microsoft Outlook also, right? If Outlook were marketed as the collaboration tool as opposed to an email client, the public could be more wary to security that is built into the application. However, the masses think of Outlook only as an email client, right? यानी कि हम, जो उस समय के लोग थे, उन्होंने सोचा कि ये केवल क्या, एक ईमेल क्लाइंट है, नथिंग एल्स. Even though they have, after that frequently they have did all those things, but this Outlook is not marketed. If that is marketed with this all the things, then obviously person is aware about that, and there are more attacks, right? So what the people think, there is an only email client and it provides the email facility to us. Okay, two main thing or main issue to consider comparing email and collaboration. First thing, the acquisition and propagation of malicious code. दूसरा है the loss of privacy data. Right, these two things we have, or these two issues we have with our email address and collaboration. Okay, so attacks involving the malicious code. Okay, so first of all, email is defined as the network group RFC, network working group RFC, implemented in single ASCII text. Okay, all the email is sent in the ASCII text, right? But this ASCII text cannot be executed directly. This can be seriously imperant for malicious code, which needs to executed, propagate or damage. Therefore, email its very basic core is safe because it does not transmit directly, right? Executable code. जो भी आपका ईमेल है वो डायरेक्टली बाइनरी कोड नहीं कवर करता है या नहीं शेयर करता है, बल्कि कुछ ASCII कोड शेयर करते हैं, राइट? Here is an example. The following are some plain text script might be embedded in an email message, right? This is the plain text. में भी जो है ये ईमेल मैसेज के साथ एम्बेड किया जा सकता है. Malicious code can spend part of its life in ASCII form, right? जो भी आपका malicious code होगा वो ASCII कोड के रूप में जो है ASCII कोड के पार्ट के रूप में रह सकता है, और देयर होल लाइफ इन द सेंस कि जब तक हम उसे डिलीट न कर दें. When in this form, the malicious code will either be a plain text script or encoded block. दो चीजें हो सकती है, या तो plain text हो सकता है या तो encoded हो सकता है. The following shows the email received with encoded binary embedded as an attachment. ओके, यहाँ पे जो है, तो ये आप देख रहे होंगे, ये जो है आपका ये वाला पार्ट, राइट? सिमिलर डेटा है, राइट? सिमिलर डेटा है, बट देयर इज नो नीड, right? Okay, so here it is written that how these things is going to be happen. In this email, binary file access is encoded with a common method used for an email, that is base 64. The encoder converts the 8-bit binary to the 7 bit used in the ASCII text. ओके, तो ये जो है आपका सिंपल सी थिंग है, यदि हमारे पास कोई 4 बिट या 6 बिट का नंबर है तो हम उसे कैसे कन्वर्ट करेंगे। देयर इन एन एग्जाम्पल, लेट्स गो थ्रू दिस एग्जाम्पल। पहले जो आपका बाइनरी कोड है वो 4 बिट का है, यहाँ देखें 4 बिट का ये हो गया, 4 बिट का फिर उसका अगला, फिर जो है, तो इस 4 बिट के नंबर को हम क्या करते हैं, 6 बिट के नंबर में कन्वर्ट कर देते हैं। दैट्स वी हैव टू राइट फर्स्ट 4 bit, then next 2 bit, then remaining 2 bit and next 4 bit, right? So we have converted into the 1 2 3 4 block, right? And each block of 6 bit, each block of 6 bit. Even though previously also this is total 24 bit, now also this is total 24 bit, but the difference between that, this is 4 bit block and this is 6 bit block. Okay, so in the 6 bit block we have copied that, and how we are able to make the base 64. To make the base 64 we have to go through the multiple of 64, right? Multiple of 64. So the multiple of 64 is 32, then 16, right? So this is not total, this is total 24 bit. Then how we are able to make? So we have gone through the 6 bit, and after that we have added zeros previous previous to the data, which does not affect the all the data, right? So by this way it is converted into 32 bit ASCII data, right? It is converted into 32 bit ASCII data, and we can say that this is base 64 encoding converts 24 bit to 32 bit ASCII data, and this is 32 bit multiple of 64, so the base is 64. Okay, there are some example for such features, right? एग्जाम्पल फॉर सच फीचर्स इन द सेंस, कहने का इसका मतलब ये है कि हमने जो ऊपर पढ़ा, ठीक है, वो जो है व्हेन एन ईमेल क्लाइंट स्टार्ट्स एडिंग फीचर्स टू द मोर कोलैबोरेशन टूल्स सच एज आउटलुक, द मैलिशियस कोड में हैज एवेन्यूज, राइट? तो मैलिशियस कोड के पास जो है मौका होगा कि वो उसके साथ इनकोडेड हो जाए। तो उसके लिए दो तरीका, द ऑटोमेटिक पॉपुलेशन ऑफ डेटाबेस, यदि वो इंक्लूड हो जाता है तो वो क्या करेगा, बहुत ज़्यादा जो है हैवी पॉपुलेशन जनरेट करेगा। Can be passed for the special data and need to be populated for a database. An example of this is when users sign their email with their contact information, the information can be auto-populated to the recipient contact list. और यदि वो auto populate हो गया तो आपके पास कई सारे email आना शुरू हो जाएंगे. Your information is shared with each and everyone. अदर एप्लीकेशन आर ऑटोमेटिकली लॉन्च, यदि कोई मैलिशियस कोड उसमें ऐड हो जाता है तो कोई भी एप्लीकेशन जो है वो ऑटोमेटिकली लॉन्च कर सकता है, whatever that is written. Okay, next go through the privacy data. The basic protocols used in the email may not be inherently vulnerable to the malicious code such as worms and virus, but the same cannot be said for protecting personal and sensitive data, right? हम ये जो है डायरेक्टली तो नहीं कर सकते, but when we are talking about simple propagation or for the local propagation we can say that, right? We can say that shows a capture IP packet and simple IP transfer protocol SMTP session. The text of the email can be clearly seen in the new packet. Okay, so here we have an example of that, how this is working, right? Okay, if you go through this data having some code, right? This data having some code. So whatever you are going to carry out from here to here, this all things keep some data, and if you know well known about the ASCII code, you can simply write what is that message, right? If you are well known about the ASCII code, you are simply able to write the message. So this can be copied. If anyone will analyze your traffic, they are able to know what you are going to share, right? They are able to know what you are going to share. Like here, mom, please wire me rupees dollar $10,000 to the my bank account, right? and this is number and my passcode. If anyone is pass the information, their account number and passcode, any hackers or attacker can make him victim, right? So by this way it can be possible. When the message, it can be spread over several packets. The received email with all the headers is shown as follows. ओके, तो ये दिखेगा कैसा, तो ये जो है आपका दिखने में कुछ ऐसा हो. You can go through that. Okay, let's move forward. Here the same thing is copied and it is given that. Right, so data privacy is more important. Okay, here is the way to access the internet and pass the information. This is the workstation. This is also, there are some workstation, there are some routers which pass the information. So this all thing workstation is client. This can send the information to here, or this can send the information over there. But it pass through the all the channels. Many network device and population have access to the email traffic. Right. If you are sending the information from here to here, that means from workstation, this 68.38.76.1 to 112228.111.1.8. Then there are several intermediate. There are several intermediates through which you are going to pass the information, right? There are several attackers can be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, so there are 9 persons who are able to check your information if they want and if they know something about that. Okay, so what is data integrity? A previously mentioned as text input into the email message is easily been read at the IP packets. Okay, यदि आप कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन जो है अटैच करते हैं, आप उसे इनक्रिप्ट नहीं करते, तो वो जो है आपका इजीली रीड किया जा सकता है by using IP packet table. The packet can be read with the readily available network administration tool. It is not slightly more difficult to modify the text in the email by modifying the packet. Some typical information content in the email message that may be altered is as follows. Right? कुछ टिपिकल इंफॉर्मेशन हो सकते हैं जो कि अल्टर किए जा सकते हैं. फॉर एन एग्जांपल, एड्रेस, फाइनेंशियल अमाउंट, ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ फाइनेंशियल ट्रांजेक्शन. राइट, दिस थ्री थिंग्स इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट. एड्रेस ही अल्टर कर दिया, फाइनेंशियल अमाउंट को अल्टर कर दिया, ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ फाइनेंशियल जो है ट्रांजेक्शन था उसे हमने अल्टर कर दिया. तो ये जो है हमारा मेन थिंग है जिसपे. सो द डेटा इंटीग्रिटी इज मस्ट नीडेड. यू कांट सेंड द डेटा इन द सिंपल वे. If the attacker is going to change your address or email address, the person to whom you are sending the address information, they are unable to get that. Someone else is going to get that, or the attacker is going to get that. Okay, so what is man in middle attack? Already we have studied man in middle attack. Let us check with an example. But before that, there are four possible locations of this attack, man-in-middle attack: between the email client and email server, between the email client and the gateway, between the two gateways, between the gateway and the mail server. That we are going to see. Go through these topics, read this line by line what they are going to say. Let's come through the example. We are going to understand that how this is happened. Okay. So there is the email client and mail server, right? There is the email client and mail server. So if you are a client, you always keep your system with some firewall, with some router, or with some gateway, right or not? Yes, we are going to keep this at least with the following things. Then only we are able to access the mail server. Okay. Through the router we are able to access the mail server. If we want to keep our computer more secure, we are using the firewall and gateways to communicate. गेटवे किसी के लिए यूज करेंगे? कम्युनिकेट के लिए. तो ये जो आपका फिगर 1 है, क्या इसमें कोई अटैक हो रहा? नहीं, इसमें कोई अटैक नहीं हो रहा है. दिस इज ओनली द सिंपल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर ऑफ ए मेल सर्वर, राइट. There is the client PC, there are some gateway, firewall or router, and this is the mail server. So this is bidirectional. Client is going to send the request, it passes through the firewall, gateway or router, it send the information to the mail server again respond to this gateway firewall, then it is going to filter that information and pass to the client, right? So nothing is going to be happen. But what happened in main in middle attack? So here main in middle attack will happen. A traffic between the email client. Okay, so this is firewall. But if someone is control this firewall, this router or this gateway, what you are going to do? We cannot going to do anything, right? If someone is able to control this, we are unable to do anything. Okay, so whatever the information, okay, this is not happening, right? Email to server, this is there is no direct communication and no direct attack, right? So how this is happen? The client send the request to the mail server, but there is a on that router or some gateway or some firewall, there is someone is sitting over there, right? Like you are using the router, if someone knows you are using the router, your IP address, all those things, they are able to enter your enter into your account and they are able to read that. So this is called man in middle attack, right? Gateway, firewall or router is going to be checked by some other person and they are able to copy that information from there, right? Okay, so here is some email message. Okay, so let's check it out. There is the difference between this email message. One is header, message body, but the second message is with some digital signature. So email message is hashed and then encrypted with the sender's private key. Here digital signature is appended to the end of the email. Only the sender's public key is needed to verify the signature. Okay. So if anyone is sender, then if he is able to send the public key, then only it is happened. Right, then only it will be open, otherwise it will be not open. Right? Okay. Email replay attack. Already we have studied about the email replay attack. So same thing is going to be happened over here also. What is replay attack? Someone is interrupted in your network. They are able to read that and whatever the information you should go through get through the respondent or the other side client, you are able to get that information through the attackers or hackers, and that is called a replay attack. Again, once again, they are going to play the same message. Or might be the possible there are another client and to whom we are sending the message, please transfer this much amount in our bank account, and he is able to get the wrong bank account, right? So all these things comes under the replay attack. Okay, here is the things. Whatever the information we are going to send to this client, right? This information is read by some attackers, and attackers pass the information to the mail server. So what mail server is going to get? The information passed by the attacker. The information passed by the attackers, right? So this is called replay attack. Alright. Okay, there are some other. After that replay attack, the bottom line, the chapter examines some way to make email more secure, preferred protocol, and so on, right? Then there is a spam. What a spam is going to do, they are going to keep all the information. A spam is unwanted receiving email, right? A spam has become the serious problem in the today's network environment, right? Nowadays you are getting more spam email. So what they are going to do, they are going to keep those IP address in a some other way, and all the emails comes under the spam, right? Then a spam DOS. Actually, this is denial of services, right? So a spam DOS in the sense sending a simple request again and again, and then server is going to be crash due to that multiple requests. So that is called a spam DOS, right? Okay, how to do the blacklisting? The blacklisting is a database known internet address, right, by domain name or IP address used by the spammer, right? स्पैमर क्या करता है, उन ब्लैक लिस्टेड को जो है एड्रेस को वो टैकल करता है और उससे जो है किसी को भी वो जो है विक्टिम बना सकता है. Often internet service provider and the bandwidth provide subscriber to this blacklisted database, right? जितने भी जो है तो इससे बचाने के लिए वो क्या करते हैं, जो भी आपने देखा होगा, तो इससे वो प्रिवेंट करने के लिए क्या करते हैं, ऑलरेडी जो है ब्लैक लिस्टेड डेटाबेस को वो अपने डाटाबेस में अपडेट कर देते हैं और उससे फिल्टर कर देते हैं. इफ एनी मेल फ्रॉम दीज थिंग्स अवॉइड दैट, राइट. लिस्ट ऑफ IP address. The email to be added the blacklisted collected in different way, including the following. The email user commonly sends samples of spam to the blacklisted site. The site parse out the often outgoing email IP address and adds them to the blacklist. The blacklisted provider run it now mail server and fake email. Any email received the automatically unsolicited list and therefore a spam. Blacklist provides exchange list, right? ये सारी चीजें होती है. Then we can go through the spam filter. Then what is Bison logic? Already you studied the probability. What is Bison logic? Do one thing, leave these things in the comment, right? What is Bison logic? Actually you have studied the uncertainty principle of the probability, right? That is called Bison logic. If you have 3 balls with the color of red and blue in a bag, if you put your hand within the bag, what color ball you are going to get? So this is called Bison logic, right? Okay, so how to maintain the email confidentiality, right? To maintain all those things, we have to go through that. Confidentiality achieved when third party cannot read the email, right? Already the confidentiality we have studied, so there third party is going to be third party is going to read your email. So to that we can use the symmetric key, we can use the private key, and then we can use the strong encryption method, right? A strong encryption method. How to maintain the integrity? Integrity is assurance that email has not been altered in transmission between the sender and the receiver. In familiar terms, integrity ensures the receive gets message that sender has sent. इंटीग्रिटी का मतलब कि हमें ये एश्योर करना है कि किसी ने हमारे मैसेज को अल्टर नहीं किया, राइट? किसी ने हमारे मैसेज को अल्टर नहीं किया, तो वो कैसे पता चलेगा? ईमेल इंटीग्रिटी इज इंश्योर्ड विद द यूज ऑफ डिजिटल सिग्नेचर, राइट? यदि हम डिजिटल सिग्नेचर का यूज करते हैं तो वो जो है इंटीग्रिटी रह सकता है. डिजिटल साइनिंग ईमेल ऑल्सो अलाउज द non repudiation, right? Non repudiation occurs when the senders of email denies having sent the email or later date, right? तो ये किया जा सकता है. Then email availability issue. email availability issue में क्या होगा? यूज ऑफ स्पैम फिल्टर, राइट? बॉर्डर प्रोटेक्शन यूज करेंगे, इंटरनल नेटवर्क प्रोटेक्शन यूज करेंगे, देन होस्ट बेस्ड इंट्रूजन एंड डिटेक्शन सिस्टम हम यूज करेंगे. तो इससे हमारे ईमेल अवेलेबिलिटी के चांसेस अच्छे बनेंगे. So next class we are going to study about the email, in the next lecture we are going to study about the email protocols and the way of authentication.